Okay, so I thought I would show you my library book haul I did for the weekend. Now these books didn't come from my local library because they didn't have them on the shelves. What I did is I put a hold at my local library. I did a hold actually online and let them know that I wanted to read these books. What happened is these books came from other libraries around the state. They're then couriered over to my local library, and then I am able to check them out. So I don't know about your library, but you might want to see if they do that, because this is a good way to get books that you don't have access to at your library itself. So it's handy, it's nice, and I'm excited. These are the books. So I'm going to show them to you. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the controversial books first. So the first one would be this one. It's The Black Witch by Lori Forrest. Okay, so this book has gotten some bad reviews and just badness all over it, because people are saying that this book is racist, that it is a racist book and that they would never read it. So first of all, the synopsis of this book is that Lauren is the granddaughter of the last prophesied Black Witch who drove back the enemy forces and saved the people during the realm of the war. But Eleonora, she is devoid of all powers in a society that is prized for its magical ability. Alright, so that's what the book is about. Now, with these books, the ones that are talked about saying that they have some sort of issues about them that other people won't read, or oh my, I'm not going to go look at that because I've heard bad stuff. I'm into reading those books. So see, I don't shy away from reading books like that. If you say something like that about a book, I'm most likely going to be gravitated toward it and pick up that book. So this is one of the books that made me have to go get it because it had such bad reviews. So with this book, as you can see, I'm doing tabs. So far I'm on chapter 6. Somewhere over here. But anyway, I haven't come across anything that's racist about this book yet. What I have seen is it seems to be loaded with religious intolerance. So it seems that the Gardarian people, that's what the people are of this book, they look down upon anybody who has different magical abilities than they do. That's what it seems like to me right now, which would be fays, silkies, anything of the kind of pagan feeling world. So it's not necessarily to me a racist book, more like religious intolerance at the moment. It's very reminiscent of Christians and pagans, and Christians just killing every pagan they can find. The interesting thing about this book is that they're called Gardarians. They're the gardener people. The thing with that is interesting is that this is Gerald Gardner. He is the one who invented Wicca. So I'm trying to figure out how that works with this. Is this book actually doing a comparison of maybe if Wicca was the religion and not Christianity that was the big religion? I'm not too sure. Of course, I'm just making this up as I go. But it's just interesting that they're gardeners, and they're magical, and this is Gardner, and he's a witch. Okay, so this is the next controversial book. Forbidden by Tabitha Suzame. So in this book, 16-year-old Maya and her 17-year-old brother Loken tell in alternating chapters of their confusion and longing as they fall in love with each other after years of functioning as the parents of 3 siblings due to their alcoholic, tramping mother. Alright, so they're in charge of these siblings. They're the ones that are actually raising them and feeding them, taking care of them, making sure they're going to school. They're acting kind of like the parents. Alright, so with this book though, I was looking for a V.C. Andrews kind of book. You know, the V.C. Andrews where there's that ancestral love happening and it's angsty and it leads up to it and it makes you go ew and gives you, the grossy outsies, if that's a term. Alright, well, it's not really what I got here. In this book, up to page 240, there was a lot of family drama. It didn't talk much about anything of their relationship except their brother and sister. It had a lot of family drama and a lot of children drama. Okay. And after about 240 pages, all of a sudden the siblings are falling in love. Okay. It seems to happen really quickly. It's sudden. And it's like wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Hey, we're at the end of the book. Okay, did you see that? It's done. All right. There was not enough lead up to me to feel, to remind me that these two were siblings. I totally forgot that these two were siblings, and I don't think that was the purpose of this book. If it's forbidden ancestral love, I need to get that grossed out feeling and remember these two are siblings, because at the end I was like, oh, all right. And then I had to remind myself, wait, I can't say that, that's gross. All right, so anyway, all I can say is that I miss V.C. Andrews. All right, so V.C. Andrews died in 1986. So all the books that are coming out now, they aren't by her. They're by a ghostwriter. Unless V.C. Andrews is writing Ghost as the ghostwriter, which I don't think so, because they are just not the same. So, forbidden. I miss V.C. Andrews. Okay, here's my other books. I seem to be rambling a lot. But this book, Invisibility by Andrea Cremer and David Leviathan. All right, two people. It's about an invisible boy and about one girl who can see him and trying to cure his invisibility. Yeah, that sounds right. That's what that one is about. It does sound good. I mean, I've read the first couple chapters and I will read it because it passed the chapter test. This one is The Forbidden Library by Django Wexler. This one is about a young girl whose father gets, well, mysteriously disappears, and it has to do with something with the Fae, being the Fae, like, you know, the Fae. And she has to go live with her uncle, which she didn't know she had, and he has a very interesting library. All right, so that's what that one's about. And I got Spooky Girl, Paranormal Investigator by Jill Braukenscheinskei. Okay, don't know how to say that name. We'll just say it's by Jill. So this one is a good book so far because I read a couple chapters. She lives in a morgue with her dad. And the first part of the chapter is she's having to exorcise a ghost who happens to not want to leave the morgue while her father is embalming him. So if it keeps on going like that, that's going to be a very interesting and actually funny book. And then this one, Blue Screen by Dan Wells. I could say that name. All right, Blue Screen is very reminiscent of Warcross. Yes, the one of the games. They are hooked up to games. They are teams and they play each other. That's what this book is about. So it's like another Warcross, one of those gaming books. So those are the books. These are the ones I checked out. Oh yeah. And then my two controversial books, Forbidden and The Black Witch. All right, well, go check them out. See if you approve, if you disapprove, if you like them. It's up to you. I'm going to read those. I did read that one. No, I did not like this one. Sorry. But you may love it. So go out, try them. Thank you.